Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5. It is the week of April 25th, 2019. I'm Christina Rees.
And I'm Chad Plunket.
And I'm Paul Hunton.
Tell me what you do.
Oh, I am the director of Texas Tech Public Media. I'm a documentary filmmaker.
I'm the director of the Charles Adams Studio Project. We're a nonprofit that provides studio space for working artists.
And we are in Lubbock, and we'll get to that in just a second. We're at the 5&J Gallery, which is kind of on the Caspaluca campus. So number 5 on our list this week is in Austin, Texas. It is at the Laurel Reynolds Gallery. It is Natalie Frank's Grim Tales. We just ran a review of this by Sean J. Patrick Carney. Natalie Frank was born in Austin, and she lives in New York now, and she's a pretty well-known artist, but she has been sort of reimagining Grimm's fairy tales in a particularly sort of grotesque and perverse way. These are drawings that accompany a ballet that debuted at Ballet Austin in March, late March, and it was inspired by her drawings, by these series that she's been doing for a few years now. But some of the drawings that accompany the show or that inspired the show are on view at Laurel Reynolds Gallery. Number 4 on our list this week is at the McNay in San Antonio. This is called American Dreams, Classic Cars, and Postwar Painting. So do you know what they did at the show?
My understanding is they paired classic cars with paintings. Some big time names on that, Joan Mitchell, Frank Stella, and I always find it interesting when shows combine the design world with the fine art world, and we get to make nice connections between. And I would just say, as somebody that has to make the case periodically for why the fine arts matter, quite often I just want to point at things in the world and go, hey, art is all around you. You just don't connect those two things. And so I appreciate it when we make those connections and make that dialogue within the gallery. So,
you're an arts administrator, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So this is near and dear to your heart. Do you like cars? Do you dig cars?
So I submitted my station wagon and they didn't call me back.
Number 3 on our list this week, this is a real Glasstire favorite. Henry Sanchez, who lives and works in Houston. He's back from a long stint in New York. He does a lot of social practice art, very socially engaged art. He has a project going on right now in Houston's Buffalo Bayou. This was funded by the Warhol Foundation's Idea Fund. It's called Bio Art Bayoutorium. He's got a shipping container out there, and he's doing these pontoon boat tours.
I read about it, and you had me at pontoon boat tour. I grew up on flat bottom boats, and so if you mix art and flat bottom boats, I'm there.
He's doing it up through the 28th of April. He's got like a science lab in a shipping container. And it's issues around use management and engagement with water.
And that's relevant to us out in West Texas. We don't have a lot of water. We have large conversations around water, and I think that the more art that can be made sort of examines that, and our use of water and our relationship with water is really important. And if you can do it in a way that attracts Chad because of the pontoon boats, I feel like you've got a winner there.
So Henry, you should bring your project up here to the Panhandle. I don't know where you're going to put your boat.
Buffalo Springs Lake or Ransom Canyon?
One of the Playa Lakes.
Number 2 on our list this week is at the Old Jail Art Center. I was there earlier this week, and they have 3 really good shows up right now. Old Jail is in Albany, Texas. In the Cell series, in the Old Jail Cell, is Matthew Bourbon. He's a DFW painter, artist. I really am a big fan of his work. He's got some brand new paintings up. They're fantastic. He's kind of depopulating them. There aren't really figures in this work, but they're really, really nice, and they look beautiful in this space. In the project space is René Treviño. It's called A New Codex. This is so cool. This is a Baltimore-based artist, and he has taken some of the Old Jail's pre-Columbian collection as inspiration for new works, and he's paired them. So you've got the old pre-Columbian pieces in these vitrines, and then he's got his new work up as well as video, and some of it's very funny. It's extremely charming. It's really graphic, and it's quite beautiful. And you have all the way through the summer to see that one. Actually, that one's up through August 24th. So if you're doing your road trips around Texas, go check that out. Matt Bourbon's show comes down on May 18th, unfortunately, and the other show that comes down on May 18th This is a stellar show. It's called Allied. It was curated by Patrick and Amy Kelly. And what they've done is there's a collection in New Mexico called the Tia Collection of Santa Fe. It's just a huge art collection, and museums and institutions can borrow from them to do shows. Well, Patrick and Amy Kelly have very smartly paired permanent collection pieces from the old jail with Tia collection pieces, and they've created all these wonderful juxtapositions between, it's all 20th century and even more contemporary art. So these great old paintings put together, and some of it's thematic, some of it's color, some of it's texture, some of it's all these different kinds of ways of pairing things together. And it's really beautiful. It's a really memorable show. If you're anywhere near Albany, try to see it before it comes down on May 18th. And that is your road trip sort of assignment from me, so to speak. So now we are at number one. So who's gonna introduce number one?
I'll start, and then I'm gonna pass the baton. Cast Fest happening this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, 2-day festival, art, film, and music.
Here in Lubbock.
Here in Lubbock, Texas. The art portion was a national juried show with a very famous juror, Christina Rees. And we had lots of applications and really great work. Worked from LA to Texas to, I don't know how far we went towards the East Coast.
Yeah, it was a good national call.
But the walls behind us are blank. The art is actually over there. And so we'll be hanging the show tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that we're shooting this video on Tuesday, so we've got a couple of days to get this massive show out. Part 2 is...
It's film, and that's why I'm here.
Yes.
I was thinking music too. There's 3 parts.
Oh, there are 3 parts.
Yeah, but film is one of those parts, and we have curated sort of a secret surprise that we have for everyone. So you need to come out. You need to get your ticket to come out and see what we have in store. But we are sort of we've curated a program of shorts that sort of works in dialogue, looking at the absurdity of pop culture and cinema and where they intersect in our real world. My partner Jonathan Seaborn and I worked through this and thought a lot about how we wanted to have a conversation with the audience with what we were putting together, and really examining that intersection, the intersection of where all of those things meet, our pop culture world and the film world, which is becoming more and more a monoculture, the way that, like, for instance, the Avengers Endgame, these giant comic book movies have swallowed us whole and taken over everything, and how that wave has sort of come over all of cinema in every facet. And so there's just a lot of that dialogue going on in these choices.
And that one will be screening just outdoors, is that right?
Yes, yeah, we're going to do that outdoors. Hopefully we're going to have great weather for that.
I think we are going to have good weather.
And then afterwards we'll have a conversation about that. So
excellent.
Should be a lot of fun.
So on Friday night, it's live music, film, art. I'm sure there will be food trucks and
There'll be
beer
food,
and the
there'll
whole
be-
nine.
Food, beer, movies, music, art.
Yeah, you
And
cannot
then
go wrong.
Saturday is just the music. So
Okay.
the art will be open. We got Rattlesnake Milk, Hidden Indians,
Drew Seifert,
Drew Seifert's
one-man
playing
band.
Friday. So lots going on.
So that is our top 5 for the week. And wherever you are in Texas, go see some art.
Go see some art.
Go see some art, please.